you guys doing today? Today we're going to start off with just moving this big Monocled Cobra. I'm just going to take him out of there temporarily, fix his enclosure, give him some fresh water. He's one of my snakes that usually takes a winter fast. He probably won't want to eat now until springtime, so I'll try to feed him every once in a while, but not too often. I don't want to waste the rats and mice and stuff like that. It's not because he's too cold. He has a heater right here, an oil-filled heater right by him. Snake room runs anywhere between 80 to 85 degrees all year long. As you can see now, he's right up here. He's checking us out. So we're going to open up, take the lid off here. And he's right there. As you can see, a little frustrated with me, but that's all right. He's all hooded up. What we're going to do now, though, is we're going to come in with a stick. We're going to move him down. And we're going to do like we always do, get him down toward the bottom. Then we're going to slowly reach down here, get a hold of him. Let him back up into my hand, just like that. Move his log off. And I'll pick him up and move him over into the temporary enclosure. Now in that particular case, he moved right through my hand, got his head right to the edge, so then I just closed him and restrained him behind the head. A lot of times I don't like doing that. I would prefer to let him be able to move around a little bit, not feel as confined or restricted. But in that case, I do what's the easiest and what's the quickest, and since he made the move to pull out of my hand like that, that's why I just allowed him to do so. Just kind of like fluff up the bedding here. I'm going to give him a little bit more water, take out any little bit of poop or anything I see. Get some fresh water here for him. Go. You can hear him over there huffing and puffing. He's all mad at me because I got the better of him there. Put his lid back on, just like that. And then we're gonna again just put on my X-Armor gloves. Find my stick over here. I know you can't see it, but we'll open the lid toward me like a shield. I'm sure you can hear him huffing and puffing. We're going to slowly hook him and reach down. Get him behind his head. This is how I normally like to move him when I have a little bit of play. And just let him crawl right in there. Come on, buddy, get your tail over. And snap. I love the critter cages. Once I hear that snap, the lid's not going to move no more. And I can put the lock on his cage. And he's good to go. There we go. Okay, and here's another one of the snakes that we're going to take care of today. It's another one of the snakes that doesn't, actually I'm not sure, but he stopped eating so far this winter. He was a good eater up until it got nice and cold outside. But again, he's right by the heater, so that shouldn't affect him too much. But he's a red-tailed Boa Constrictor. And what we're going to do is we're going to clean his enclosure a little bit. First we take him out. He is a puppy dog. He is a really cool snake. He's one of the ones we got for adoption and decided to keep. He's very, very tame, very docile, great snake. We're going to move him over here temporarily. And we're going to try something today that I've heard many, many times works really well to get snakes that aren't feeding back onto feeding. I've never personally tried it, so we're going to try it today and see how it works for us. water bowl out of here. Some nice fresh water. And get out this dirty newspaper. I'm a pretty big fan of these lids that are bifolding here. So you don't have to take the whole lid off. It's hinged in the middle. Very nice. The only problem is you need at least 4 clips, two on each end here. I like to put one in the middle as well. Make sure that they don't push it open, because you always have weak spots and stuff like this. And we do the alcohol. And this glass here is pretty dirty. A little alcohol in the back where we went to the bathroom. And what I like to do is, I'm a big fan of a razor scraper when it comes to cleaning. Like the glass here, you see how easy that takes that poop right off of there? Also, I do a quick thing across the glass here. This also helps to clean the glass really simple and relatively well. And you can get it from the bottom here. Make sure you get all the thing. All right. And I always start, of course, with the glass. You don't want to get the paper towel full of poop and then smear it all over the glass. And then back here, we went to the bathroom a little bit on the glass. And we clean the bottom up. So like that. Like to kind of keep pulling it all to one side here, and then on the last pick up as much as I can. Wipe this water bowl down really good. Spray that also with alcohol, and go back and finish picking up the rest of the poop that I've gathered. And then the very last thing is I like to wipe the glass down if it's smeared one more time. The fresh towel and fresh alcohol. I'm terrible at glass cleaning. No matter how much I clean it, to me it still always looks like it needs to be cleaned. It always smears. That's why I like tubs a lot, because I don't have to deal with worrying about what they look like. And we're going to get newspaper. Put that down in here. This is why I like the water too. See how you got that fold in the newspaper and it kind of pushes it up? I just wet it down and I'll take care of that fold. It'll cause it to go right down. Get our rest of our newspaper, 2 more pieces here. And finish up on this side. This fold down again, see how it stays, and I'm going to wet the whole newspaper so it basically all stays down there. Gives a little moisture for him right now. Of course the moisture will go away very quickly in this room, especially with a tank that has a screen top, which is fine. I did have a humidifier in the room, and if I need to get one, I'll get another one. If any of my snakes are showing problems with the humidity not being high enough, I'll put a humidifier in the room and raise the humidity up, but it doesn't really seem to be a problem right now. So I don't fix problems unless I have problems. A lot of people are always worried, oh, the humidity isn't high enough on my gauge. Well, you have a problem? No, then what are you worried about it for? Leave it go. All right, when you have a problem, you have a lot of bad sheds, stuff like that, then deal with the problem. Until then, you don't have nothing to worry about. Now we're going to put him back in here. Like I said, he's always been a very good eater, only till lately, and he might be one of those snakes who don't eat through the winter time, which does happen. But we're going to put him down here. Now we're going to try something. Like I said, I've never tried it before. I've heard of it. I've known people who swear by it. They've tried it. They said, oh, my snake went right to eating. So we're going to see if that works today. We're going to take a rat, and I'm dipping his head right now in chicken broth. Okay. I don't know if I'd want to eat it, but it does smell like chicken broth now. We're now going to offer it to my buddy here. See if he has any notion to want to eat this. I'm going to grab it, the rat by the side here. And let's see if he wants to take a gander at this. What do you say, Bud's over here? Come on. Right here. I don't want to really stick in his face too much most of the time. And I don't want to scare him with it. Kind of letting him know it's here. Letting him smell it. He doesn't seem to be any more interested in this one. Maybe. I don't know. He's kind of checking it out. No. Let's see. A little. No. Doesn't have any more interest in this being soaked in chicken broth than he did when it wasn't. So on that particular note on this snake, we're going to say the chicken broth test did not work. And we're going to give that chicken broth test one more time, another chance. This is my big guy. This is my albino Burmese. He's between 10 and 12 feet. I don't want to hear anybody telling me he's in a tank. It's way too small. I've tried putting him in bigger tanks. I've tried him in a 4 foot by 8 foot by 4 foot enclosure, and he stopped eating on me. And I've heard that from many people. Just because he's a big snake doesn't mean he needs a ton of room. He's very happy where he is right now. He doesn't like big enclosures. And I've learned also from people like Jay from Prehistoric Pets, from Brian Barczyk, from BHB, reptiles and stuff like that, Snake Bites TV, that a lot of these large snakes do not require large spaces. They don't like it. They would prefer the smaller spaces. I put these on top, pegboard, so I'm right in top so they can't get to the middle bar and push the lid up, and it also helps them for keeping to push the other lid up. So what I'm going to do right now is, this guy also sometimes will take off for feeding, but give him some water. His enclosure's already clean. I don't do too much water because I don't want him to spill it all over the place. Although those corner bowls are pretty spill proof, but you still never know. He's never been able to tip the bowl, but they'll get their whole body in there. And at which point they get their whole body in there, they'll cause the water to leak all over the place. Alright, now I'm re-dipping this rat into this chicken broth. And we're going to see if this guy who did not want to eat last time is enticed by that chicken broth. if that makes it smell better. And it's kind of looking, well, he's taking a little more interest in it. You gonna take it from me? He's one of the ones, if he doesn't take it, he won't eat it. If I just lay it in there, he's not gonna. Chicken broth is making him smell it. Definitely checking it out, seeing what he's got there. I don't know if he's showing any more interest in it or not. Let's see. You want it, buddy? Give you. He's the kind that every once in a while I give him a few smacks in the face with it, he'll go after it. But it's kind of looking to me like this chicken broth, not as appealing as I was told it was. At least not with my guys. And this guy actually loves chicken. I give him whole hen-laying chickens that are already pre-killed, and he goes crazy over them, but this rat's smelling like chicken isn't doing much for him, unfortunately. He's looking at me. I took it away. Let me see if he wants it back. You want it back, buddy? Huh? Give you another chance? You want that? Come on. Kind of showing an interest and kind of not. It's really hard to tell at this point. I think he's not sure what it is. It looks like a rat, but it smells like a chicken. And it's not country fried, so. Come on, buddy. Come on. You want it? Really wish you'd take it, because you're the last one I got that'll eat something this size. And if you don't want it, it's going to end up getting wasted. I hate for that to happen, but that's what it looks like is going to happen today. He does not want this. So far I wasted a can of chicken broth and a rat. Looks like he's more interested in going down and getting a drink of water than eating. And again, he's another one that sometimes through the winter time he just chooses not to eat. And nothing to worry about. If your snake chooses in the winter time or at any time not to eat for a couple months, he'll be fine. This guy here, he can easily go well over a year without eating, with no ill effects. If your snake stops eating on you, just make sure he's not losing a lot of weight. But when they're big like this, I never worry about them. Again, with my smaller snakes, they don't want to eat. I'll force feed them sometimes. I'll tube feed them a lot of times, so they don't have a choice but to eat. The next snake I got here is one of my baby rattlesnakes. Way over here, so normally I wouldn't reach in like this and pick something up with a bare hand, but I see he's way over on the other side of that hide, so I'm not really worried about him. Of course, many times people say stuff like that, and it's like, you end up getting bit, and I'm like, I wish I wouldn't have done that. And he gets tube fed. They were born this year, and normally they probably wouldn't have ate a meal until next year. But because I have the ability to take care of that, and here he is, my gorgeous little timber canebrake cross rattlesnake. I have 3 of them now. Had 5. I gave 1 away, 1 didn't make it, and now I have 3 more, and I'm gonna tube feed him. So what I do is try to get him to crawl into the tube here, which isn't that hard. And there we go. Okay, and you see here he's in his tube. He's up here. And I'm going to take him over and I'm going to tube feed him, and I'll put him right back in. And the next snake we have here is actually, we put him in here a little while ago. He's already been cleaned. so I don't need to clean him, but we're going to show him a little gopher snake. Gopher snakes are pretty awesome little guys. What they do is, in the natural environment, they have similar patterns, colorations, and markings to a rattlesnake. They'll flatten their head out so it looks more triangular, and they will shake their tail or rattle their tail violently, and when they do that, they'll look like a rattlesnake. And that's how a lot of times people will leave them alone, because they think they're actually a rattlesnake. But normally they're pretty cool snakes. Some of the more aggressive ones will hiss at you, open their mouth. They'll do like a strike, but a lot of times their strikes are just short strikes. They don't even try to hit you. They're good bluffers. This is my gray rat snake. You're going to have to clean out his enclosure. He went to the bathroom here. He can be a little bit on the nippy side when he wants to be. Let's see if he... See his little tail going? I don't know if you can see that tail going right there. There he goes. Nice little strike, nice little bite. I have to laugh though when people say, "Oh, he bit me, he bit me." You know, you see any blood? No, he didn't bite you. When they're little babies like this, they're just cute when they try to bite. As you can see, look at it, open mouth. He's giving it his best shot, letting me know he doesn't want to be messed with, but he's so cute. I'll just let him dig right in there if he wants to. He can't hurt me. You want to bite me? Want to bite me? Come on. There you go. There you go. You let them bite you enough, they'll just give up on you. Their teeth really don't even penetrate your skin. If they do, very little bit of pinhole bloods. But these guys are so awesome. Really cool snakes. I like rat snakes. And this is a gray rat snake. And he'll settle down. I mean, once he realizes biting ain't going to do any good, he'll stop it. This is one of the adoption snakes I have. Right here, nice corn snake. And what's kind of cool about corn snakes, especially this size, is they're past that "are they going to eat for you" stage. They're past for that "let me bite you" stage. This guy is going into a shed. His eyes are a little cloudy, but he's perfect size for a starter. Again, they're a little more active, but this guy is not a biter, as you can see. And he's one of the snakes we have that are up for adoption. So if you guys are interested, just contact me. There's a $30 adoption fee, and he can be yours. Next snake we got here is our white-sided king snake. And get his water bowl out of there. We're going to have to clean him up. Pretty cool king snake. What happens is with the white-sided snakes is they're just not in king snakes. I have a white-sided rat snake as well. Is that their sides are completely white here. They still have a pattern up on top and some coloration. Pretty awesome snakes. I do love what I call the high whites, and that's what this is, a very high white. It's not dull. But this is a nice king snake. A friend of mine, Sean, he bred this snake and gave it to me. And pretty cool. Look at that little face. See that little face right there? Ain't that cool? Look at that. But he's a beauty. This is what a lot of people, they consider very uneventful snakes. But I think they're very underrated as pets. This is a garter snake. Very awesome. Snakes are very quick. You see how they move around? They do like the muskie though when you first get them, which is made a clear liquid out of their cloacae and smeared all over you so you smell. But these guys are great. They'll eat worms, they'll eat fish. You can get them to eat pinky mice a lot of times. They're very beautiful. I mean, look at the checkered and striped patterns on this guy. You put them in a larger aquarium or a tank, they'll move around a lot. You can watch them. They're very active. Like again, I said, I think they're some of the very underrated pet snakes to keep. They're very inexpensive, the majority of them. And as you can see here, he doesn't want to bite me. He's just moving all over the place. Very cool. And just to show you how much I do like my garter snakes, here's another one. Oh, he'll be hiding under the paper here. There he is. Again, this one's a little darker. This one still has the checkered patterns with the stripes. Pretty cool. I really like this. This is an Eastern garter. Awesome snakes. Very awesome. Okay, and today we took you through one of our cleaning and feeding. We tried a method which I recommended to other people to try, and I tried it myself for feeding some stubborn snakes, and that was for dipping the rodent in chicken broth. And as you can see with my success today, chicken broth obviously failed. Neither one of my snakes, my big Burmese Python or my Boa Constrictor, wanted to eat it even though it was dipped in chicken broth. But on the other hand, at least the Boa Constrictor is relatively new. I haven't had him over winter yet. He was a rescue. But my big Burmese does eat through the winter time. Not as often, maybe every month and a half, I'll get him to take some food. So he kind of like takes the winter off from eating anyway. So really wasn't as fair of a test as it could have been. Still though, if you have a stubborn snake that won't eat, you can try dipping it in chicken broth, see if that'll work. I got a few snakes like my yellow anaconda, my big Monocled Cobra, my Burmese Python. They usually take the winter off from eating, which is fine. I do offer food to them every once in a while, hoping that they'll take it, but if they don't, I just waste a rat. So basically I try to offer to one. If you don't take it, I'll offer to another one. This way I don't waste food if I can help it. But today I hope you like what you saw. I showed you some of the non-venomous. I'm trying to, as I go through feeding and cleaning and stuff, I'm trying to show you my entire collection a little bit by a little bit. So just be patient with me. We got a few more snakes that we want to show you, some of the non-venomous snakes. I hope to make a video clip too on all the adoption snakes that I got right now. I think we're up to 11, and I believe up to January 3rd, I think I got at least 3 more that are coming in. They're being driven from a distance, so we'll hopefully put those up for you. Again, if you like what you see, click the like button. Let me know that you're liking what I'm doing. If you want to see what we put up, hit the subscribe button. We really appreciate that when you subscribe, knowing that you like what we're doing and you want to see more and more of our videos.